So we have the new Tower Adversity out, and what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to go through stage 5, 6 and 7 hopefully. So in this video we're just going to go through stage 5. I'll try to cover stage 6 and 7 as well at a later date. We're just going to look at the strategy, the rules for each of these stages. I'll show you a replay of how I cleared the stage, and then afterwards we will actually take a look at some of the other replays from other players, and we can get some more tips there that might help you as well to clear the stage if you're struggling. So on stage 5, for the rules here, we have to face this enemy. He's called the Super Bomber. He's got massive physical defense and he's invincible while armored. You first have to take out his goons to weaken that armor, and then you attack him. Also, the enemies are carrying gear that reflect physical damage, so we don't want to bring any physical damage dealers with us. We just want to bring our magic dealers, especially if they have AoE magic as well. There's a little tip as well. So this enemy, his own bombs can also break his armor, and then his armor gets more weaker each time he calls for backup. So stalling might work in your favor. Okay, so this was just my second attempt. Definitely not going to be optimal, definitely a better way of doing it, which is a good thing. So I'm making it look harder than it is here. So I use March Command here just to give us more mobility here. I bought the following units: Tyre. So I bought Tyre with just to give our big magic dealers, to give them plenty of energy, a little bit of buffing. But the main units that we're going to need is going to be magic damage from Samantha, Momo a little bit, Kavare as well, and especially Inanna SP, she's 5 stars. I'll show all the kits after the mission, but Inanna SP is fantastic on this level. So yeah, basically here's the boss we want to beat. He's got so much armor, you can't actually do damage to him. You first have to kill these guys. The more of these guys you kill, the more his armor goes down. Once his armor goes down, then you can strike him and do damage. DOT is a little awkward. If his armor's up while you applied the DOT, then he's not going to take the DOT damage, but he can take DOT damage if his armors are down at that specific time. Also, these little potions, if you step on that, then you can get a little attack to freeze enemies. And you'll see some bombs being thrown around. You have a little tactic skill that you're given. You can move those bombs. And if we can put the bombs next to him, then we can blow those bombs up and then his armor will go down as well. Also, we'll see how some other players did this, but I moved most of my units close to him, and then because he's the one we have to be killing here. The first time I tried this, I actually moved some of my units this side of the map, which wasn't ideal because I had Inanna SP over here killing these enemies, but we needed that damage, magical damage over here on the side to kill this guy. So let me just show you how my one went here. Nice place to put Kavaria is just applying DOT there. They can't really reach him that well there. We just got Momo in here. So there you can see he throws these bombs. You can see his shields are fully up there. You can't do damage while he has those shields. So these bombs you can... I didn't actually do this. I didn't actually use the bombs. I didn't actually know about it. But you can reposition those bombs using that tactic skill next to him to break his shields. Definitely not the most optimal way of doing this, but... So I actually moved my units close to him a little too early, because they had nothing to do, they were just standing there. So I had all my magic dealers next to him. Samantha's the best here for this. If you got Marcel as well, would be fantastic. Or Luvata as well. Kavare is the one who's dealing damage on these mobs. And as he's dealing damage, the shields are going down. So I actually realized I need to get some more of these guys, so I just brought Nidia this side here so she can help Kavare as well. We need to get his shields down. And then they keep summoning. Whenever he calls reinforcements, then his armor, I think his armor becomes weaker. So I got Samantha here to finally get some of these guys here. And then we just had Tahir healing these guys. They took a little too much damage. There's that ice attack you get. If you get one of these vials, you can get a little ice attack like that. And we can do no damage to him, you can see there, if he has the shields. Now I'm moving out a little bit so I can kill some of these guys. Wait. Okay, here comes Samantha again. That's a basic attack. The more of these guys we're killing, his shields are just going down. Tahir is just stepping on the scrolls, picking up lots of scrolls, just giving buffs to his allies. So a lot of these units you can substitute out with any kind of AoE magic dealers. So there he's finally in a little dazed state because his shields are down. Now you can hit him. And so that's when you want to have all your powerful magic dealers close to him so that they can actually dish out the damage on him. Now that he's dazed, I'm just moving my units to him so we can finally take him out. See, Samantha does tons of damage on him. And Tahir is just giving everyone epic, heroes epic on everyone to increase their damage. 5-star Tahir, 5-star Kavare, 5-star Inanna SP, 2-star Samantha, 5-star Momo, and 3-star Nidia. So you can see how much damage Inanna does over here. And the extra action she gives the allies here is amazing. We can just ignore these guys on the other side now because he's already in the dazed state. If you don't kill him in time, then he's gonna get another set of shields. And then you have to do the process all over again. Killing these mobs and then his shields go down. So yeah, I also have, I summoned the Sword of Convallaria for my tactics. And that just helped us reduce our, give us energy, reduce cooldowns, I think. So we have that Inanna's flag there and the tactics flag as well is very useful. And then Samantha SP, she's just got the whole place on lockdown. Even Tahir has quite a lot of damage for his basic attack because he has such high magic attack value. Okay. I think I got a score of 8,000. 8,000. In total I got 16,000. For me, as long as I get the 12,000, I'm happy. I'm not trying to get a high score here. So let's take a look at some other players as well. Some other units. Somebody actually used Camelot here. Let me see if we can get any tips here from other players as well. See how they did it. Ooh, Camelot skin. First time I'm seeing that up close, looks great. So there, Sophia. He's using physical attacks, so you're gonna take damage if you use physical attacks. How about AoE attacks? Yeah, you're taking damage because they reflect the damage on you. Interesting why he brought Camelot here. Levata is good for magic damage. He's got all these units on the right side here. And then he's got his physical attack on the left. So yeah, he's dealing with these enemies much faster than me because he's moving his allies to the right side here. Then he's gonna have to just rush over to the left side once that guy's shields go down. So I think this would be the better way to do it actually. As long as you have March command. Alright, Camelot. Okay, I see why he's using Camelot, because Camelot's got tons of regen. So even though he's losing health, he just regens that health back up. Good for AoEs as well. But Camelot maybe he's a 3-star or a higher star Camelot. Lots of magic AoE dealers on this map. Yeah, he shields. Okay, he's still got shields up. Wow, that skin animation was sick. First time I saw that as well. Wow, that's a big juicy hit. Okay, now he shields it down, but they're too far away from him. Credenza goes into a Hierophany state. So who's gonna do the damage to him now? For now it's just Camelot dealing the damage. Here comes Luvata. See, all these magic dealers are on this side now. They need to get to the left side quickly. So I guess the Sophia is also keeping Camelot alive there. I'd prefer if he had Camelot this side. Camelot can deal with these guys and then... Okay, here comes Samantha. And Marcial. The shields reset again, so you gotta go through the process again. And Camelot's HP is a little too low now, he'll get killed if he attacks again. There comes Samantha. Good hit there. You can see his shields now are weaker than it was before. Every time he calls reinforcements, he gets more brittle. Goldanza there is amazing for Samantha. Now he's got his magic dealers much closer, so he'll be able to... I think he can finish him in the next turn now. No, there he's stunned. Oh, he's got the burning tiles from Luvata on him. Okay, yeah. Let's take a look at one more before we move on to the lowest stage. Something with different units. This one looks interesting. Very high score there as well. Yeah, let's take a look at this one. With Kia, Beryl, Tristan, Tyr and Convallaria again. So we got our energy battery in Tyr there. Okay, was that a teleport tactic skill there? That's a good one. I think teleport would be good here. Teleport's the best. You can move your Samantha or whoever around. Also maneuver command. Now what's Tristan doing here now? Oh, Tristan does magic damage, so that's actually... I think that's a good one. And Beryl's benefiting from Tyr energy recovery as well. Oh, I don't know if he's running his inner light on his Tyr. Just the Seed of Wisdom, which also reduces the energy costs. Okay, he's running that, I forgot that skill's name. Good skill to run in Samantha as well, because it's quite a cheap skill. Don't think it has a cooldown. Especially on this map. Although her basic attack is also very good. Yeah, that skill's really cool. Look at the range on that thing. Okay, got him into the stun state. His units are nice and close now. Here. Okay, nice. I didn't actually think of that. I didn't debuff. He gives the vulnerable 2 on the enemy there. You can debuff the boss as well with Tyr. Headbutts. Another headbutt. They're moving this guy to the side of the map. 60,000. Nice damage from Tristan there. Wow, 130,000 damage there from Samantha. Versus the 40,000 from Beryl. Here comes Kia. 44,000 damage and then attacks again. Nice, good ones. Tristan's another option if you have her. So here are the units I used. Karis can also be good if you have her. Maybe a combo. Afra evens, I think Afra would be good here. Free to play option is Lash. Papal Ice Priest maybe. Flame Sorceress would be good. She's good in the Tower Adversity. Maybe Flavia would also be good here. Okay, now the lowest stage. So on this lowest stage, there's going to be this cannon. This cannon requires 3 characters to power it to full, to the maximum. Its attack equals their combined physical attack and can deal 1500 piercing damage to the boss, Golden Magician. So bring characters who are good at physical damage and AoE attacks. Some enemies have high magic resistance, so spells, magic damage is not going to help us here. Apparently the beam cannon hits harder every time you launch it. It gets stronger and stronger. Also there's mutations as well. We have to keep stage mutations in mind. So for the upper stage I didn't mention, but just keep note of these stage mutations. And for this lower stage we also have these mutations. You gain 1 stack of Light's Favor for each enemy defeated and can move an additional 3 tiles. If enemies are defeated by environmental damage or DOT, the closest player character gains Light's favor. When Beam Cannon is successfully cast, all characters charging for Beam Cannon gain physical shields equal to 30% HP. I'll explain more of that as we look at the map. Okay, so we have these tiles, you have to stand on them. Get 3 units to stand on these tiles in order to charge up this cannon. The guys who are standing in front here close to the boss are going to take more damage as well. So you want to have your strongest physical dealers here. I brought Camelot here, got tons of shields, and I brought August. Both of them have lots of shields. And then what I did is I actually put Lutfi at the back here to solo this himself because he was basically invisible. So none of the enemies were targeting Lutfi, none of them were trying to knock him off of this tile. These units are going to try and knock you off here. Or there's this annoying, there's like a crystal unit that comes on later, he swaps positions with you as well. So the stage mutation says that if we kill enemies, then we can move after attacking, which is great. So you can move and attack, and then you can move back onto this tile. You're also going to gain access to this tactic. It'll be on the right side there, and you can cast that for 150 tactical points on an ally that's standing on one of these tiles. And that ally will be immune to knockbacks, which is a cool little assistance they're giving us there. And it will give them some physical shields. I'm not going to go into all of the boss's trait and skills and things like that. There's a lot of stuff written there as well. So I brought Saphia here for some healing, mostly. So Camelot's just great here. I put the flag down again on this map. It's very good here. So Camelot, as he kills enemies, he can reposition, so we can move him back onto that tile there. Now the cannon's charging. August, I just brought him there on the other tile. And then Rowea SP is great here. She's just cleaning up wherever there's enemies, leftover enemies, helping everybody on all sides. And then he's just gonna hold that for like so long. So Camelot's gonna hit and then move back again. Not quite sure how that hit and move works. Sometimes it doesn't work. I must be missing something. Now the cannon is fully charged and it hits the boss. It's going to do damage the more times it hits the boss. And so Lutfi's just killing those enemies with DOT. So there, I don't know why Camelot couldn't move back again, but August could. Sometimes there's minor details like that they don't explain. It's so confusing. So here we have Rowea just moving onto the other side of the map. Getting that guy off of that tile. Just cleaning up. Lutfi is just gonna stand there. Yeah, there he goes into his invisibility now. Or his decoy. And then Farlin took over for Camelot there because he wasn't on the tile. So we had 3 units. And you notice those units on the tiles, they gain a shield there. If you're on those tiles, after the cannon launches, you gain a nice shield. Camelot's gonna apply coercion on the boss there, making Camelot stronger against the boss. The rear SP is awesome, man. One of the best units in the game. So versatile. Right, so now he's launching one of his attacks, which knocks you back 2 tiles. That's why I actually positioned August 2 tiles in front of that. If I can just pause here. So I actually positioned my units 1, 2 on this tile here, so that when he does that attack, they'll knock back onto this tile here. Fallon was on that tile, so Camelot couldn't knock back onto the tile, unfortunately. Yeah, but we'll move her back there anyway. That's his one attack, which is gonna go on. You can actually take a look here. That attack he did now is 11,000 damage, and it's going to knock them back 2 tiles. And he's got another big attack. This one's gonna have a 4-turn cooldown. Both of them have 4-turn cooldowns. This other big attack, 6000 damage to all enemies in battle, ignoring their physical defense after attacking, gains 1 stack of arrogance. Effect, when attacked by beam cannon, damage is additionally increased by 100%. This is why it takes more damage from the beam the more times you fire it. But yeah, this 6000 damage, I think it will one-shot your units if they don't have physical shields on them. That's also another reason I brought Fallon with us. Don't think you absolutely need her, but it is nice to have her here. And she just does tons of healing anyway, so we fight again. It's doing more damage this time. And then we have the healing coming there from Saphia. If you have Camelot, then yeah, this is gonna be much easier. The August hits and then he moves back on the tile as well. And then Rawia's just cleaning up wherever there's leftovers. This guy's annoying. This little crystal, he'll swap positions with you. These guys are also annoying because they'll knock you off. So, actually just pause there. Actually had a bit of a pickle here. I had to use a few backtracks here. So what happened here was Saphia kept dying. I couldn't keep her alive. Even if I gave her a little bit of healing, she just didn't have enough HP. So what I had to do, I had to use the reposition. I had to move Ludwig off of this tile. Then I had to move and I had to reposition her with a tactic onto that tile. Because if she's on this tile, I can give her the other tactic, the bonus tactic, which would make her give her more shields. That's why she has lots of shields. Just to keep her alive there, so I had to do a little funny thing there and use a lot of tactical points. Just because I couldn't stop her from dying. And from this attack he's gonna do now, so... yeah, you need to have the physical shields. But she survived there now because Fallon's giving us shields. And Ludwig moves back to his position there. His decoy is gonna run out now, but it doesn't matter. Still, enemies are not dealing enough damage. It's only stage 5. The enemies are not too strong yet. And then we fire the cannon on him. So I think at this point I thought maybe we can just take the boss down with raw damage. Or not maybe the turn after this. So you can see I'm moving Camelot and August 2 tiles away from these so that he'll knock the enemy back. I'm just keeping track of his cooldowns on his skills because I know he's about to use this skill again because the cooldown is not on anymore. That one's on cooldown, but this one's ready. So he's gonna use a skill where he knocks us back. That's why I've moved these two over here. I don't know why Fallon is there again. Okay, I moved off that tile. At this point I thought I could just kill the boss, but he actually has still tons of HP. I think that's something like 100,000 HP left. So we ended up needing to use the cannon again here. For this stage, I think I also got around 8,000. Yeah, I thought I could just beat him, but that last bit of HP is quite a bit. And Lutfi's getting ganged up on there, but he's fine, actually. So Farlene steps on the cannon. Not everyone on the cannon, we didn't need everyone on the cannon. Okay, let's see what the other players have been using. Coco is good here as well, instead of Sophia for healing. Tristan, also you're a nice physical damage dealer. Inanna's just good on almost anything if she's giving your allies extra actions. She also has physical attacks as well. August, Gloria, Sophia. Maybe you can do things with your assassin there. Maybe he can stand on those tiles. I'm not sure if that counts. But you want your units to be on the tiles because they're going to get the shields. Nidia could be... I think Nidia does magical damage though. Pamina is always good for physical damage. Yesurin here as well. Yesurin is just fantastic with the repositioning with the daggers and some other units here as well. Let's check out this one. It's got a high score here. This is similar to what I was doing, a little bit similar. So Pamina is a good option as well to put on that tile at the back there. It's got Yesurin there. And he's using that sweeping skill of Roweas. Nidia is good too for the mobs maybe. So Credenza is there for healing. Yeah, so I think I'm trying to understand why he's placing Yesurin. Playing with Yesurin, she's just got good physical shields and she's very tanky. Both of these two are very tanky, so good units to put on the front line there. I think they're gonna get knocked back here though. Okay, here comes the ultimate skill. Let's see how much damage that DOT is gonna do. So the enemy repositioned Pamina there. That's why I prefer Lutfi there. Okay, she got back onto there. Are those new animations for every single unit? They're like crouching on this cannon. That would be crazy if they got new animations just for that. So they got knocked off. You should have placed them ahead there. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna look at another mission now. I think this one is a little too similar to mine. Okay, so we got Homer here. It's interesting. And Rico as well. Hormone's gonna help you with your healing. Some mobility. Estra's also a good physical attacker. You can clear 2 enemies. There's a Gartha. Oh, a Gartha with a dodge is also good. The back. What is Rico gonna do here? Just gonna deal with the enemies. So yeah, Agatha is still gonna get repositioned though. There's Estra. Also using the Sword of Convallaria flag, it's always a good one. Man, I'm curious, are those new animations for every single unit? Do you know how much work that would be? Because those animations all look unique as well. Estra's great as well, I didn't think about that, because she moves after attacking. So yeah, she can reposition back onto the tile after attacking. And even kill the enemy who is standing on the tile and take their position. Ooh, nice hit there. Wow. So Camelot is really good for this as well, because he's got a passive skill where he's immune to knockbacks. If you have immunity to knockbacks as well. So look at this, she can move again back to her position. So cool. Estra at the back. Okay, Agatha helped Estra out there. Looks like he survived the big attack there. Big hit there. Another thing the flag is going to help you with is going to be that AoE attack. Oh, I don't know if it actually reduces damage of that attack. Also, Fallon also gives you lots of stacks of regen for yourself and your allies. Oh. So here are the units I use for the lower stage. So good luck to everyone doing the TOA, and don't grind too hard, you still got plenty of time. 19 days, 3 weeks almost, just under 3 weeks. It's gonna be interesting to see how these stages are gonna get tougher and how we're gonna have to change our strategy. I'll try and do videos for 6 and 7 as well.